Hey moms, let's talk about something that can feel really overwhelming, and that's setting and working towards big goals, especially when life gets tough. So I know that you all have goals because you're here for a reason. It's why you signed up for this course. But a huge part of what I want to work through with you is goal setting and expectations. So a lot of times we have these like lofty goals or big dreams, which I love and am for, but it's understanding the actions that support the goal. So managing expectations of what we're hoping to achieve, especially like if that's in a season of hard. So you should be familiar with SMART goals at this point. But SMART goals are a way to break those big, overwhelming dreams into smaller, manageable steps. Is what I do in my one-on-one coaching. Um, and it's kind of how we eliminate all or nothing mindset. So we have these really big goals, and we get so focused on the goals that we lose sight of the process. Again, I talked about this before, but we're like focused on the outcome when the win and how you see results is actually in the process. So part of that process is SMART goals. So setting, whether it's like fitness, health, personal growth, like whatever that is, like SMART goals are amazing, and really help us stay aligned with what we want to achieve. So, SMART stands for specific, is the S, measurable, achievable, relevant, and time bound. Specific means like get clear about what you want. So, instead of saying like I want to lose weight or I want to get healthier or some general I want to get better at running. Like those are all general, like it has to be specific. So instead of saying I want to lose weight, you want to say I want to lose 10 pounds. Instead of saying I want to be healthier, you got to identify what that means. Like what does healthier mean for you? And that becomes your specific. It could be like if you want to be more active, your goal, instead of say I want to be more active, your goal would be I want to walk for 20 minutes every day. Like it has to be specific. Measurable means you can track it. So, for example, instead of saying I'll exercise more, say I'll work out 3 times this week. Um, so those are actual ways to measure what it is that we say that we're going to do. Like, I want to get stronger. How do you measure getting stronger? Is that lifting weights because we've never lifted weights before? What does that mean? Is that dumbbells at home for 10 minutes every other day? Like, what is the measure? Like, how are we going to track the accountability to ourselves for that action? It has to be achievable. So, again, realistic. If you're in a hard season, aim for something doable that doesn't add extra stress. So, if you're 3 months postpartum and you want to run an ultra marathon, um, is that achievable right now? Like maybe, but that's where the SMART goal comes in play. The last one being, we'll get to it, but it's time bound. So, you can have these big goals, but if you want to lose 40 pounds, it's a little bit more realistic to say that it's like a year away instead of like 3 months. So SMART goals is specific, measurable, achievable. The next one is relevant. So connect it to your bigger why. Think about how this small step helps you get closer to your bigger goal. So if it's like, you know, I'm kind of like spitballing here. But if it has nothing to do like with what is going on in your life right now, then it's not relevant. So that would be like saying you want to you want to get better at endurance or something, and then but you have this idea of like fitting into a dress. It's like the dress, fitting into the dress isn't relative to the goal of improving your endurance. So they can be related, but is it relevant in the bigger picture? Time bound, again, so like if we're early postpartum in this course and we have goals of losing like 50 pounds and improving our endurance and feeling stronger, the time bound aspect is going to help us understand when, instead of like thinking like, oh, I signed up for a coach, I'm going to achieve this in like a month. So we have to be realistic with when we're going to achieve it. If you've never ran an ultra marathon before and that's your goal, it might be next year out and not this year. So we need to set a deadline for that. To give us an idea, and then that's going to help us stay focused. But that deadline is also going to help us understand what is realistic within that time frame. So, let's say your big goal is to feel stronger and have more energy to play with your kids. That can feel huge, right? Especially if we're like early postpartum and we're sleep deprived or trying to juggle everything, clean the house, do the chores, dishes, all that. the SMART goal literally could be this week, I'll do a 10-minute body weight workout 3 times while the kids nap or watch a show. That's it. Notice how it's small, but it's specific, it's measurable, and it's tied to your bigger why. So we have the overall SMART goal, like maybe in the 16-week course, but then we have to have SMART goals each week. So things that I like to do is break down like our mindset, our nutrition, and our movement, those 3 pillars. And every Monday, I think about how I can, with our overall SMART goal, how can I fit actions into each 3 of those categories each week to set me up for that week, like a micro goal. So remember, it's okay to adjust your goals when life throws curveballs. It doesn't mean that you're failing. Like you can't fail if you don't quit. It's just all about adapting. And as moms, we know that we're extremely good at it. So we need to be good at adapting to our own goals and not just our kids' needs. Every small win adds up. And so maybe one week doesn't go as planned, but that doesn't necessarily mean it throws us off from the overall goal. So think about one SMART goal you can set for yourself this week. Start small, stay consistent, but most of all, trust the little steps because those small little steps are actually the habits that become the foundation for your overall goal long term. So there is an automation that should go out that you get the free resource to this, which is my guide to wellness, strength, and purpose in motherhood. And in it, it has a SMART goal sheet to kind of work through to like give yourself maybe better expectations of like what it is you're hoping to achieve over the next 16 weeks. So your goals are possible, like even in hard seasons. And that's like what Athlete Mom Project is about. It's about navigating a hard season and still reaching our goals without feeling like we're sacrificing from one or the other. So it really is just one step at a time. Let me know if you have any questions and if you have trouble opening up the free resource and I can send it to you directly. But I'm excited for you to check it out and I'm proud of you.